Hey there, I've been asked a lot about being on VidIQ, my YouTube being on VidIQ, and people have asked me about the backstory, so I figured I'd go ahead and make a little video. Actually, it won't be very little, pretty long, about how and what happened when I found out I was on there. I didn't know. So if this interests you, it's coming up after this. Okay, so here it is. Don't mind my piece of junk headphones I have here. I'm going to actually talk to you while this is playing live right here behind me. So I'll go ahead and start playing that now. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with this. I'll be using it on Power DVD is what we're playing it with, so it won't make this skip too much. All right, so
yes. So this was a pre-selected channel.
So yeah, I didn't know about it.
Lego. So
I was
a Lego channel.
Just before we
I had no idea. I was actually asleep.
YouTube, I know
And
you're
as soon as you hear the
messing
ding,
about
woke
with
me
links
up.
right now,
So
but they
I'll do
look
this and-
disgusting.
I love this
Can you
part.
fix this, please?
This is hilarious.
It's really annoying.
I
There's
know,
a very,
I think
simple
I
fix
said
to
something
this.
like I agree
When
or
you're
something like that.
customizing your channel, you're allowed to type out what link
That
it is.
does not work.
Yeah.
Just put Discord and then put your Discord
I
link.
did put that on there.
For
It
some
did
reason,
not
that's
work,
not
so I
what's showing
changed
up.
it.
YouTube
But
is- I
my
guess maybe
Facebook
it's
page on it, since it says
they wanna be transparent about what you're about to click,
www.facebook.com.
maybe?
It's
I don't
pretty
know.
obvious.
Yeah,
So I did change
well,
that.
it's clear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
my
I
web
know
page.
exactly
For
what I'm
some
gonna
reason,
get
I
if I
had
click
these
this
stupid
link.
numbers for it. So
I don't know. That's not great. So anyway, collectible sets / retired sets. How to.
I also
tutorials
took
things. Now,
off the
when I see this about
collectible
section, I get
sets.
immediately excited because
I
I'm
did
like,
change
oh,
that.
do you have like old collectible Lego sets? Because
Yeah.
that
Yeah, I
could
was
be a whole
asleep
channel.
during
Like, there's
this.
so many. They're
Before
rare. They're
when I first
expensive.
started
Like,
it, I fell
what a
asleep.
cool, like,
And I
way
heard
to
the
do a
ding
Lego
that woke
channel,
me up. Actually,
you
I
know?
think I woke up
But
before that slightly.
it's not
He was
clear
talking
from the
about a
title
Game
of
Boy
the
or
thumbnails that's
something,
what's
and
going
I
on all
woke
the
up
time. So
and
what they're doing is kind of
started
interesting.
listening
Like,
to
they
that,
do
and I
these news
put my phone
parodies,
back
and they
down my
put, like,
chest, and I heard the
thumbnail
ding. I was
like
like,
an actual
and I
news
heard him say,
anchor
"Little Lego." I
and
was like,
stuff
"What?
that's supposedly
Holy
about,
cow!
like, Lego.
Oh my god!"
Lego news.
And I watched the whole thing all the way through live. So
Oh, and the intro goes on for about like 10
I
seconds.
think he
or
misunderstood
so.
this.
It's a minute long, this.
I
Is
think
that an AI
Rob
voice?
misunderstood it a little
It's
bit.
yeah, but it's like a traditional one. When you think robot voice, this is the
The
one you
news
hear.
is about my channel,
And
not
so
about
they
Lego
have
news,
someone just kind of
which
like
in a
doing
way
a
it is,
mock
but isn't.
news thing. So it's not them on camera, and then they've just kind of, I guess, put the news in robot form.
AI
It doesn't
form.
really fit the ambience of Lego collecting.
Yeah.
Guy wearing suit, robot
I think they
voice,
think I
reviews.
actually hired somebody to do that for me, and then
Use
added the
studio.
voice to it. What seems like
I think it's a funny concept.
Oh, it does
but
say Lego
I'm
news
gonna do a
parody,
little
yeah.
how-to
I'm missing that.
later on if I get enough
It is
views
a
on
funny
this.
concept, but I think as like a
If I get enough views, I'll do that.
You know, I think a Lego
On
fan
how I made those.
would look at that and go, "Well, this doesn't
They're
really
not
tell
very
me what's
easy to do.
actually going on in the
Tell you
world
that
of
right
Lego.
now.
I don't really know what the video's about, even based on the title." So I would be looking at that and thinking to myself, "Well, this is a funny concept. Maybe it's not the right fit."
They're actually one of my top videos too.
But I
I've
just want to point
actually
out,
get a lot
a
of
big
views on
positive
those.
here is the channel is
It's 3 now,
focused. Like,
including the one about this.
Definitely.
They have their like thumbnail style down, and it's like, okay, here's like the classic Lego set.
And I did
They're
ask
gonna make,
permission to
brand these.
post
Oh,
this
that's cool.
saying that.
But
And
I'm glad
they
to see
originally
also
said,
that they're
they didn't
starting
say
to
no
branch
word
out a
yes,
little
but they
bit
asked me,
more.
well,
Like, they've made
you
the
wouldn't
sets
get
a little
no
bit
views
bigger
on
than
it.
recent thumbnails.
Here is my top
Good to
number
see.
one
I think
views
they
of
put
all the
themselves
news
in one of
ones.
the thumbnails.
So I don't know how
Also
that
good to
happened,
see.
but it did.
So
And it's still
there
going
is some
strong.
evolution happening, which is
So-
good, because that's really what I want to talk
well.
about. When we think classic Lego sets, I think there's going to be some channels that stand out a little bit more. So let me just try and like pick one. Like maybe
See, I
I'll
thought he was
type
going to
in
pick mine originally there, but he didn't.
classic Lego
Pick somebody else's.
set. Okay. And already I'm greeted with thumbnails. I'm not reading the titles yet. I'm looking at these and I can already kind of tell what the videos are about. So we're talking about Lego characters from like the 80s and
I've
some
played before the
else
classic
that has some intrigue
Lego
to it. Still
set.
not reading the
If it
title.
killed me,
And then this is very
They
clear.
could be
Lego City,
thousands of
1978 to
dollars.
2020.
So
So I'm going to see like the evolution of something. Let me read the
I'm
title.
not
Every Lego
monetized.
City
I
set
don't
ever
have
made.
any access to it. I have to
Okay.
buy everything
I
myself.
bought
So
Old Forgotten Lego. Interesting. I bought Old Forgotten Lego. Seems like the perfect video.
no, I
for
would
this
love to do a
channel,
video like that.
considering
But as I
retired
said,
sets and
very
collectibles and stuff.
expensive. More expensive than people know.
Imagine that video, like for a second, like follow this person on this. Excuse my.
Now, in the future, I may do
Follow
more
this
like
person
that.
on this journey of going and like
I
finding
live in
these
a urban
sets,
area
either
where you just
online at
cannot
first,
find
the camera's
Lego.
pointed at them like I'm trying
I've
to find
looked
these classic
everywhere,
Lego sets,
gone to
guys.
yard
I don't know if I can
sales,
do it.
and
And
it's
then
gone
they find it, and
that
then it comes in
fast.
the mail, and they open the box, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, look at this! You know, oh, it's in pretty decent shape considering how old it is." And so they're taking it out, and then maybe there's like a montage where they build some stuff. Like there's a whole story video in there, and I feel like when I think about a channel that's doing retired,
That's why I
sets,
took off the
that is
classic,
content
because
I
I'm not
imagine.
going to deal so much with plastic
So
anymore.
something to consider. And I didn't even scroll down on that search and saw something very intriguing to me, something I would watch. And I would encourage this creator to do similar stuff. And maybe if that idea doesn't excite you,
Well, it
continue
excites
searching
me.
for the stuff that might and do your version
Yeah.
of it. Pay attention to those thumbnails because I think you could do a much better job on these. Even still.
Yes. So Little Lego. Am I right in thinking that Lego is one of the more litigious companies?
I wanted to
in
be
terms of
original.
channel names. I get the. I seem to remember that whenever I look at it, maybe.
I was afraid of
litigious is a wrong
having
word,
problems
but
with the word Lego
whenever
being
I
on
see
there.
any
So as you
big
can tell,
Lego
I've not used
channels,
the
they
original
don't tend to
logo.
have Lego in the
I
channel
made my own
name.
logo
and it's
out of
all
that,
like
but
Brick Builder
I was
or
afraid they would say
Brick
something.
Arrows,
But I
etc.,
haven't heard any
etc.
problems yet.
I'm not saying you need to change that now, but what you probably need to change is the big sell of Little Lego.
My
in
original
the
name was L
thumbnails,
and L,
because it's just not necessary.
but it made no
Right.
sense.
It's the
You can see it
first
on my
thing that my
intros
eye is
sometimes.
drawn to
In
because
my
it's
intro.
white on red, so it stands out far more than the product box. And that product box, because it's quite complicated, needs to fill the thumbnail as much as it can. So Dan, I think you said that the thumbnails are getting
Yeah, and I
better,
did fix this
but
problem.
there's still
on
room
a
for
few of them.
improvement.
More recent
Like
ones.
Lego City Update, the Astonishing Surprise modular review, you've basically repeated that text in the text in the thumbnail, and there's just too much to try and
Digest.
digest.
See, I wrote that
Especially when
line.
you have a silhouette Lego, because you're not giving me enough here, really. I think in the thumbnail.
Yeah. There's the whole left side of all of these thumbnails you can get rid of and then leave yourself room for, you know, the sets. Like I in particular, my eye is drawn to, when I try to ignore the red little Lego logo, I'm intrigued by this blue box with the truck on it.
That was done
you
intentionally.
could probably do a lot more with, you know, your thumbnails if you
I
freed
did
up that
start making
space,
them bigger
and that
for a
could be
reason.
a more enhanced focal point. You know, that is for sure. So when I say they're getting better, it's like stuff like this that I can't really tell what's going on at all. Like
Yeah.
the sets are too small. So the sets have seemed to increase in size. I want to challenge you to get rid of your logo in your thumbnails.
And I am doing that,
And
obviously. So
Probably also the search term.
Yeah, and I got rid of that.
So in this case, Greengrocer
you know, it's very hard.
10185 review.
Hope people
That
understand
is
it.
not going to help you in search because it's like just text on a thumbnail. So that's good for your description, your tags, things like that. But it doesn't really help anyone who's like looking for this on YouTube. You know what I mean? So a lot of different things. What I would do if I were you is do some research into other Lego channels that are covering like classic sets. And I want you to try to recreate a thumbnail that you like. You know, look at one and literally go into your thumbnail editing software.
Corel Draw.
And
I meant
try
I
to
use
remake
Corel
it,
Draw.
because what you'll
Corel
find,
Paint,
this is
actually.
how I learned how to get better at thumbnails. I saw stuff I liked and I tried to remake it. And I found that I had to look up a tutorial to do a specific thing in Photoshop. For me, it was Photoshop, but for you, it might be something different. And that is where I really, really unlocked my potential in Photoshop. Just trying to recreate things that somebody else made. And before I knew it, I was not only able to recreate it, I was able to recreate it in my own style. And it only took a couple of free tutorials on YouTube. So that's just for
I
anybody
wish
out
people
there
would tell me
thinking,
where
how
those
do I get better at
tutorials are,
thumbnails?
because I'm having a really hard time finding
Take the
them.
skill you have now, try and copy something with it, get frustrated, and then look up a tutorial. think it'll help a lot. So that's a little
And that's
Lego.
it.
Boom. Folks.
We did it.
So that's pretty much backstory. I don't know if you could hear me over the voice, so I'll go ahead and repeat it. I was actually asleep for about 30 minutes into it. And usually I don't even watch it. I just thought I would keep it on. I actually had my phone playing it on my chest. And I dozed off. And I heard something about him saying something about a Game Boy. And I used to have a Game Boy myself long when I was way back then. And so I started listening to it. And I remember picking up my phone. And then just as I put it down, because he was just getting done with talking about that, I put it down and I heard the ding that you heard in the beginning there, and something about him bring up little Lego. And I was like, I wasn't really awake, but I was kind of half out of it. Just I heard little Lego, my eyes just went, what? Wait a minute, what? I thought I was hearing things. So I look, and my webpage is sitting there on the screen. I'm like, oh my God, they actually picked me. So I started watching it. So I did watch it live from that point on. And then when it got done, kind of had to compose myself. I was like all excited and everything. I thought, it'd be nice to make a little video about this. I didn't watch the rest of it. I did watch the rest of it later on. They did mention me later on down the road too on it. And I had messaged them or emailed them. I can't remember which one I did, and asked if I could make a video about that to thank them. And at first they didn't say no or yes, but the person said something like, well, why would you want to do that? And I thought, I don't care if it gets views or not. It's just to show appreciation. I did not care about the views at all. So I went and made it into a little news segment because he seemed to like that. And I posted that, and it started getting a lot of hits. And I mean, I haven't said it on video till now, but I kept telling friends and people I know, and they said I wouldn't get any hits. And it's like my number one in the last, I don't know how long. I haven't gotten that many hits on one video in a long time. And it's still going. And I told them, I says, okay, it wouldn't get any hits. Okay, I didn't say they were wrong. I didn't say they were right. I didn't say I was wrong or right either. It just seemed very weird that happened. But yeah, I was just doing it to thank them. There's more than anything else. And of course, I posted what you saw behind me at the end of it for the long form version. There's also a short on here which doesn't have that on it. Too long. And came back, and it was still getting hits. It's still getting hits to this day. It has slowed down a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and, if I get enough hits or subscribers or whatever, I'm thinking about subscribers. I'm talking overall hits on the news ones. I'm going to do a little how-to on how I did that, kind of off topic, but it'll be specifically for anybody with a Lego channel. So in a way, it would kind of be on topic. But the only way really to do that is, well, one, you can do it for Lego itself, which would have to Google it or something like that. Lego news, maybe sets coming out or something like that. Or you can do it about your channel, something you're doing that you never did before, which is what I'm doing. I'm doing it about my Simply Square Center, which I haven't gotten to building that yet. I did do a studio thing on it, preview. And so that's what my news is about. I'll be creating that and acting like I'm a big company or something. No, it's just me. So it was kind of like a little joke about that, is all it was. So make it sound like I was a big company, whatever. So anyway, that's the video, and I would say my explanation. This is more of a backstory. So thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe and like this video too. If of course you like it. I know you like it. So yeah, go ahead and like it, and comment. Let me know what you think. If you think this is a good idea, what I just did. I've never seen this done before that I know of. So no matter what you want to say, just go ahead and comment. That it kind of gives us an idea of, when somebody comments, wait, we know that person watched. Hey, great. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Please subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of videos I post. Thanks for watching.